What is up, wrestling fans? Welcome to another Fannounce Table edition of the Smark Moment Smack Talk podcast. I'm Tony Mango, and I'm here with Robert D. Felice.
Tony, at this point, I just want to watch all the movies and all the classic wrestling with you, and I am so excited to watch Ground Zero in Your House.
Or In Your House, Ground Zero. They're saying it both ways, so I don't know how to label it, because yeah, it's WWF In Your House, it's WWE In Your House, it is what it is. That's what we're doing here. We're going to be watching
According to Peacock, it's Season 3, Episode 5.
Season 3, Episode 5, Ground Zero of WWE In Your House from WWF, essentially. So we're going to watch the whole pay-per-view. And the reason why we're doing this is because, unfortunately, the Patriot, Del Wilkes, passed away today. So Rob brought this idea up of like, hey, you want to go back in time and check this out? And my first thought was I want to go back in time and change a bunch of things, but that's a different thing. I don't have Terminator rules and, be able to do that, but we can go revisit this, thankfully, on Peacock. And we're going to do the usual setup that we do here with the Fannounce Table, where we're going to hit play at the same time. We're going to give you a countdown of 3, 2, 1, play, and we'll hit play when we say play, because that's the point of the play button. And if you do the same, and you're watching this on Peacock, then you'll be synced up with us. We're not going to skip where it gives you the option of skip intro either, because the intro is the whole, like, old school WWF thing, and it's awesome. And it's a little hard, at least on my TV, to do this. Maybe if you're watching it on, like, the online version of it or something like that, might be a little bit easier, but it's difficult to get to all zeros, but you can eventually do it. It took a little while. We both figured out a way to do it. So we're starting with 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, not even the 1 second. Of course, if it's the 1 second, you're not going to be that much off anyway. Now, if you start this at 1:15, yeah, you're going to be way off, but don't do that. That's just logical, right?
Logic is good. Logic is important.
Good things are good. Logic is logic.
So this is actually a historic In Your House. This is the first time that they decided that, okay, fuck it, all B pay-per-views are going to be 3 hours.
Yeah, this is 2 hours, 49 minutes, and 28 seconds, according to the Peacock feed. So if you're checking it out elsewhere, that's the time frame that you're thinking about. And it's currently 12:20 a.m., so we might midway through this get a little bit like things are funnier.
We'll get loopy.
My sleep schedule from yesterday was I passed out somewhere before midnight when I said I'm gonna lay down and rest my back a little bit, and then I was like woke up like, oh my god, I fell asleep, like what the hell happened, kind of thing. And then could not fall back to sleep, and so I don't even remember how much sleep I got last night, but I'm not tired at all right now. I'm perfectly fine. We'll see. Hopefully you guys are having fun, and hopefully you have fun with this. I actually don't know if I'm going to make this a members only thing. You think it should just be members only? I think it should just be for everybody.
Yeah,
probably just put it for everybody.
Yeah, have fun with it.
Yeah, we'll do another members. We'll do another members only thing. It's only July 2nd right now, so we got plenty of time to do more members only stuff.
And it's not like we don't just randomly go, hey, it's 12, you watch Ground Zero?
Yeah, right. This isn't part of the the follow-up for the 500th main event or anything like that for this week. It's just a bonus thing. I
expect Callum to be like, it was the one day we didn't have a podcast and you still managed to record a podcast.
Oh, yeah. So, obviously, without further ado, this is how we're going to do all these things. Before we get started, just another reminder, subscribe, ring the bell, hit the notification stuff. Hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the applause button, hit the join button if you do want to join the members only side of things, and join the Patreon as well. Check out the merchandise shops on TeePublic and Redbubble. And while we're watching this all along in this big watch along thing, drop your comments below and tell us your thoughts of what you're checking out. Maybe it's the first time you're checking it out. Maybe you're just going back and watching it again. I've seen this twice, I think, so it's been a while. But I'm all set. You all set?
Yeah.
Alrighty, so we're going to get this started in 3, 2, 1, play. We got 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go.
This is one of the openings you don't normally see.
I always like these ones. This isn't my favorite though. It's not the
sports entertainment.
We got some HBK. Jose
Vince
Lothario in
is
the background
doing
too.
the voiceover.
The boy dream has come true.
Shawn Michaels. Do you hear that background music?
Yeah, that old school classic. Love that music. Great match ending too for that Taker and Bret.
I love that ending.
The traitor. What was she something? Well, like these people still watch wrestling, you know?
I hope so.
That'd be great if it's like, Shawn Michaels, you're gonna have to look me in the eyes and apologize.
Look at that obvious blade job. He just immediately cuts his head.
Right. He totally does. He just holds his up and just, all right.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, nowadays you watch this and you go, fuck. Shawn always had such a deep voice, too.
Nice.
Oh, that's right, too. Now, I haven't paid attention to this card yet, but I did see the poster for this ahead of time. This is the first time ever that they're constituting it.
That they're fighting on, like, TV.
Stridex. I wonder if they're still around.
You ever use Stridex?
Nope. Didn't need to, thankfully. Stridex medicated pads. Get that acne off your face, loser.
This is also the last event for the house.
Really?
Yep.
Did they like tear it down to ground zero, kind of just, you know?
I do think they tear up the house a bit at the end of that.
It's been so long, I don't remember any specific thing that happens in there. I love the blimps. I always loved the blimps.
Blimps are great.
They need to bring those back. You know, like what's the stadium that SummerSlam's going to be at?
They just said minis will be in action, so word for a treat.
Oh, we're going to get a minis match?
Yep.
Yes. What's this? Lawler humps calves?
Lawler humps calves.
And then something else underneath it I can't read. At first I thought it said humps camels. Like, epic mullet in the background. See that guy?
Is it the security guy?
The blue shirt.
Yeah.
Jim Ross looks like he's a wax statue right there. He's just not budging at all.
I love Vince on commentary.
Brian Pillman and Goldust. Okay. Oh, this is around this story. She's my love child. We're doing that story.
Look at Michael Cole.
Goatee Michael Cole. Where he's like, I'm not Todd Pettengill. How old is she now, Dakota?
She's about my age, so 27, 28. This ends with him in a ball gag on Monday Night Raw. I mean, granted, unfortunately, Brian Pillman's gonna pass away on the day of the next pay-per-view. But yeah, this storyline ends with him in a ball gag on Monday Night Raw.
I mean, as one, you know, runs themselves into these situations, right? We've all been there, right?
Have you worn a ball gag on global television?
We've all had that instance where somebody said that your kid's somebody else's kid, and then you get into a ball gag, and then
she's 3 here, so she's about a year younger than me.
Thumbs up on Marlena. Always a thumbs up, among other things.
The vignettes she does following this angle are quite intriguing.
Filthy habit, though, that cigar.
It's weird. I think cigars are better aesthetically than cigarettes, but it's all bad.
Yeah. They're starting off with a lot of like just, hey, we didn't really do anything, but here's lots of video package things. We're however long into this, and there hasn't been anybody
Well, yeah, we
in
got
the ring.
3 hours to fill, pal.
There we go.
Oh shit! Look at the light projector back there.
Good pop for Goldust. Always liked this theme.
He was never the same after they turned him babyface. I love 95 Goldust.
Yeah, Goldust works best when he's Goldust works best when he's heel or with like the tag team with Cody Rhodes. Yeah, he's a legend and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I never liked the artist formerly known as Goldust and all that kind of, wearing the cone bra. Yeah. When they just started doing that kind of random shit.
This theme song is up there for the Mount Rushmore discussion.
I wouldn't go Mount Rushmore, but I always really liked it.
But it's close. I love this theme song.
I like the mashup that I have. That's Goldust with Bobby Lashley's old theme. Goldust is one of the action figures that I more easily broke multiple times. I had more than one Goldust figure because the head used to pop off.
I think I had 2, and one of them was half Goldust, half Dustin.
Never liked Pillman's theme.
Yeah. I wish he was able to do what he could have done.
Yeah.
We'd be talking about some greatest of all time shit.
If you could get this era Pillman with the like athleticism and his
like
body not beaten up and everything
Pillman?
of like Flying Brian.
Oh.
Like you put this mind and this body without the being broken down kind of thing in that body.
The things that we would be talking about, Pillman Michaels.
Yeah.
Pillman Austin having a great feud.
Love to see like Pillman and Jericho,
Yeah.
Pillman and Owen. It's just, you run down the list. Pillman and Ahmed.
Yeah, we'll see Ahmed, I think. Actually, I don't know if he came on this show.
I don't remember them having a feud. If it did, it was not memorable, that's for sure. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
They're still going. They're still going.
So he managed to get 20 punches.
That kid is stoked. There's a kid on the outside of the hard cam that is just so happy to be alive right now. I think he's next to his dad in the orange shirt. Look, he's just...
Oh, wait, like above Goldust's head?
Yeah, he's so happy to be alive right now. Look.
He got his Stride X. She's been on more laps than a napkin. When Lawler's like, when he's on,
and this is the only time I'm dropping this disclaimer tonight. Listen, yeah, it's a different era. It's a different era.
Right. And I'm dropping this disclaimer: do not operate heavy machinery.
And I'll drop this one. Don't touch Willie.
Batteries not included. There you go. She used to have that loaded purse and everything.
That's gonna come into play in the finish, I believe.
Oh, is that one for this one? Okay. I've said this before, like during this era, we had Sunny, Sable, and Marlena. Despite the fact that Sable ended up being like a way, way bigger deal in the grand scheme of things, I always had Marlena as my number 2. Sunny, of course, being number 1.
I've never been one for Sable. The ironic thing is Jerry Lawler has no moral fiber whatsoever, so it makes everything he says sting a little bit more.
Pillman's bleeding on the elbow.
He's got gold paint all over his chest too.
One kid looked like he was just going to try to climb the railing. The one that, not the one that was just laughing, but he was like next to him. See the guy with the Austin 316 that kind of looks like Austin?
Yep. Wow, they can really almost touch the people. That's weird, being like, I gotta touch your hand, man.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like people go by and they just slap their back. Not my thing. Then again, I'm also that type of guy that's like, why do you worship celebrities? And why, like, you know, that anytime I've seen a celebrity in public, it's mostly been like, oh, there's that person. I'm not going to say anything to them. Or I'll be like, the time I saw Mick Foley at a Phillies game, and we were at like a field trip, and I'm like, hey, is that Mick Foley over there? And my friends are like, what are you talking about? What? Oh, shit. I think that might be Mick Foley. And I'm like, yeah, I think it's Mick Foley. And I was just like, yo, Foley, Socko rules. And he just gave me this like, fuck yeah, kind of like, you know, the rocker sign thing.
He kind of seems like he's the best.
He's awesome. He is so good. Or bumping into Famke Janssen at New York and being like, well, just passed the Bond girl. Like, yeah. I'm sure if you try to bump into Earl Hebner, he tries to sell you something.
This is a great 3-man booth. This is the only 3-man booth I'll allow.
They're a 3-man booth.
Jim Ross, who's not like peak attitude era yet, but almost there. Jerry Lawler's at his peak, and Vince is just great.
Vince is telling the story. JR is calling the moves. Lawler's
just like
peppering in some comments that are funny. Because, of course, Vince isn't going to be able to call the moves. It would just be, what a maneuver. He got him. Ah, I didn't. Hey, did you say the first couple of the WWF?
Yeah.
So
and
just completely ignore.
When he said that was like, I wonder if he hated having to say that. Because he's like, no, that's Randy and Liz. What am I saying?
Right, yeah. Like, that's definitely Randy and Liz.
Of course, Randy and Liz are on the other program right now.
Yeah, so they don't count. They're non-canon anymore.
Oh. It's not that big of an arena. You can clearly hear them saying, Goldust sucks.
Better that than whatever else they probably would have been cheering around that time, you know? What if Jason's there? Okay,
30 long days on Pillman's.
On Pillman's, of course, now they're not going to show it. Now it's Pillman sucks. The torch to some it's a PW torch thing, I guess. I think it's a PW torch thing, yeah. There's you ever play that game of taking things out of context for pro wrestling where he said like Goldust trying to use the back door, it didn't work.
Woo!
Yeah.
Nothing, because if he did something egregious, he would go to jail. Like
different era, you know.
30 days on Pillman's. It starts with a T. I just need to see the full sign.
Terrarium.
Look at that baby. Look at that baby face work.
Rocking the look at this. The camera bouncing up and down.
Literally rocking. Only 3 weeks. All right, what's the sign?
Still couldn't say it. Kind of looked like Triumph something. Trophy
30
shelf.
days on Pillman's trophy shelf.
Sent below it effective.
Lots of ball shots here.
That's a heavy ball related feud.
Oof.
I never liked the bicycle railing thing. Like, I don't like that they have that in AEW. Or as Jim Ross would call it, WWE Dynamite. DQ.
Wouldn't that have been funny? The referee calls to the bell. It's like, right. Oh, you get it for 30 days.
Oh, at least Lawler's calling it out. Yeah. Why are you even bothering to count, Hebner? The last time that you were supposed to count to 5, he got to 20 punches.
For the sacrifice.
Yeah, the sacrifice.
Yeah. All right, let's see what he can do. That wasn't too bad of a jump, considering.
We're gonna get the curtain call on that. He's gonna slightly bump into Hebner, and I never liked the curtain call. Doesn't look like it's impactful enough.
I think for the era.
The name itself I like, but the move, could be better. What was the event that Marlena dropped her top? Two, three.
And the whole place pops. Saying, you gotta wake up, Dustin. Dustin, you gotta wake up.
And then now we get into really creepy territory. Yeah, it's really good. Wouldn't play out this way these days. Much less of this, like, you know, somebody's property type of a thing in 2021.
Yeah.
And Lawler just goes like, it's like, well, okay.
It's really creepy that Lawler's like, hey, look, she's fighting him off.
Like, giggle, giggle, you know?
JR did great on that call, though. You're sick, Lawler.
Oh, wait. Why is Lawler taking that? He's just being extra creepy.
Oh, wait. Oh, there's a
okay, they want to make sure to tell the story about the brick. They actually bothered to put something in there. That's surprising. Who do you think, what intern had the job of finding a brick that could fit in there and they had to cut it in half or something, you know?
Finkel. Look, an actual license plate.
Yeah. 467. And he just happened to have his car ready to go like that. Oh, he just said fuck.
What are you mad about? Like, you knew the rules of the match.
Yeah, you agreed to that, so. I had that Mankind shirt that the guy's wearing behind the. Oh man, Lawler.
We love you, Vince. Hey.
Vince turns around and he goes, shut up.
There's a sign on the back that just reads, I am naked, by the way.
I am naked. That's how I see it. Behind something 316. There's Doherty 103. We're getting into that era where everybody's just like, here's like, you know, Sam 3718.
How
We make movies, pal. He runs to say fuck again.
Oh, he did it.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
They cut something weird on there, didn't they?
No, they didn't. It's Peacock.
Oh, that's right. It's the Peacock bullshit. I hate that. Who's this dude?
This kid looked like $1 million.
I don't recognize this guy.
Scott Putski.
Scott Putski. The name I recognize. I don't recognize the actual guy.
Ivan Putski's son.
Like you said, looks like $1 million. It's like a cross between Steven Richards and Thor.
I always liked this theme song.
It's animated as hell. Some speculation. What is the whole idea of doing a gimmick of like, well, we hear that he might be related to, it's like, yeah, he is. What the hell?
So the gimmick is when they were in the USWA together in Memphis, they didn't say that Brian Christopher was actually Jerry Lawler's son. In fact, they feuded a lot. And the reason was he didn't want people to know that was his son because he's getting all the pushes.
Yeah, special treatment.
And now it's just like, it's rumored.
Instead of going with the nepotism angle, they went with the opposite of a nepotism angle. McMannequin, make Lawler Can't read the rest of it. Jerry's good. I guess it's working, so go with it. Why not, right?
Why is that? That's good. Good from Lawler. Lawler's on a roll tonight.
Putski looks like $1 million, like you said. Christopher looks good. I would look at this time frame and go, okay, these are guys that we can maybe build on them for the future. Christopher could end up being like another Shawn Michaels type, or Putski could be like a Luger or something. Go with Putski.
Putski today is freaking Drew McIntyre, you know?
Yeah. Good drop kick.
Wow, that sell on that drop kick.
This is definitely not a match that's selling the pay-per-view, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
But it's in a bathroom break kind of segment. That spot where you could see all the people moving around, getting their drinks and everything. Scott Putski really put together? Really?
Together.
Scott Putski together?
Oh.
What was that Lawler had said? I didn't catch that one.
I did a little research on Putski. Like, Ivan's proposal to Scott's mother was, "You're gonna have a what?"
Lawler is doing some great stuff tonight. Tonight meeting, September, whatever this was. 17th or something, I think.
Wow.
What a maneuver, because he didn't know the name. He's like, it's a Franken throw or something. I don't fucking know. Now he calls him a putz. He's Putski.
Wow.
Christopher's got some Miz mannerisms,
Yeah, he does.
Kind of looks a little bit like him and everything, too. Are they related?
Hope not. Well, that would make sense. That's why Miz gave him the title shot.
Yeah.
And why Kofi's dad masquerades as the Miz's dad.
Right. I don't even remember how that joke started.
I don't know.
Is that kid still super excited?
They're really hammering home putts. Oh shit, this is it. His knee. I remember this. The match is over.
This is Putski's done?
Yep.
Something looks off, that's for sure. Different way of going about this. Referee's not even checking up on him or anything.
Oh yeah, we're not in the era of today where it's just like his knee bent. Now he's checking on him. Because he got to 9 and he didn't know what to do.
No X, just hey, he can't go on, he's injured.
What's the referee's name?
Is that like the end of Putski with this whole thing too?
I think so.
That's a shame.
Do you know the referee's name?
I didn't even get a good look at the referee.
Oh, here come the medics.
See if they show the ref. All I could see was that he was a blonde. I didn't pay that much attention. Definitely wasn't Robinson because he wouldn't have been there at that point yet.
That's Kyoto.
Yeah, Kyoto's there.
And that's
the referee. Who is it? They're of course they're blocking his face in every shot now. He looks familiar. Shit. Who is the referee?
That is referee Jack Doan. Yeah,
Jack Doan. Damn.
Wow, they're just like literally awkwardly commenting.
That's weird.
This. Why aren't you interviewing your son? Like,
I probably thought at the time watching this that this was just an angle, you know?
I love the laughter that he's able to do and Lawler's able to do. Oof.
I mean, if his left knee buckled, just ram it into the turnbuckle. It'll unbuckle it. Turn it around.
Very good, Tony.
I'm a doctor. Ethan's gonna listen to this and be like, no, you're not. Don't say that. Yeah, don't do that, anybody. Don't listen to my garbage jokes.
His kneecap is where his thigh should be. That ain't right.
Lawler definitely is like, he's in a mood tonight. Somebody just said, get some ice. You're gonna need a little bit more than ice.
Lawler fears IWA.
Did we see Putski at all anymore?
Nope.
Or is that just
not that I know.
Completely done?
Oh boy, triple threat matchup. Oh boy, this is a choice. Here we have the white bikers with the gang of Puerto Ricans with the gang of black guys.
We're getting that's what it is. Triple threat between the DOA Nation Domination Los Boricuas.
It's just Faarooq, Savio, and Crust.
Ah. Well, then again, those are the ones that really matter. It's not like the other members of DOA or anything is really going to be selling anything. I loved the Nation of Domination. They were so good.
What I love about this is it's the 3 original members of the Nation.
Right.
Oh, there's Ahmed. He's beating up 8-Ball, let's say.
Can you name all the members of Los Boricuas? I sure as fuck can't.
It's Savio. Jorge Estrada.
I was like, is that it? Because
it's Jorge Estrada. No, I can't tell you the other.
Yeah. Couldn't even tell you Estrada. But you know what? Like, I probably would have done something if I were on creative at this time. I probably would have done something kind of similar like that. Like, oh, let's split them all up and we can do that. Let's see if Savio can create his own stable and like that kind of thing.
I mean, this probably made for really fun television.
I loved watching this shit back in the day.
Like, the video package looks really good.
I loved the whole gang warfare thing. Like, if WWE were to go back to it, but just do it less like blatantly racist, you know. I like that about AEW, you know, how they have like, all right, you got Death Trial, you got the Elite, you've got the Pinnacle, Inner Circle, etc., etc. Brain fart. I was literally going to say, oh, who's coming out now? It's like fucking Los Boricuas.
It's only Spanish.
Right, yeah. Like, come on, Tony. It's not like, it's Bret. Like, Los Boricuas.
Savio. Vega. Very good. Very good. Howard.
I don't get the Lawler humps calves sign. They have to actually give the rules for the triple threat match.
The rules of the three-way.
Wow. Here's a great theme. Domination. Friend of mine didn't for a little bit know that they were saying Nation of Domination in the song, and thought they were saying Nehu of Dominahu. And I'm like, those aren't words. What the fuck? Nehu of Dominahu. We are the nation.
The white dude doing the nation fist was an interesting choice.
I probably did when I was in the arena at that time. Yeah.
I mean, like, Crush was in the group, but not exclusively.
Yeah.
But to see white dudes from Louisville doing it just so weird.
Now, I can't speak to like my specific thoughts about this time, but I can guarantee you I was rooting for Nation of Domination in this match because I always liked them so much better. So I would have been the kid doing the Nation of Domination thing.
I really like Crush.
Crush doesn't get
all forms of Crush.
He doesn't get the fair retrospective I think that he deserves. Like, yeah, he didn't end up being as big of a deal as he could have been, but like Crush was one of those characters that I used to dig a lot. Not the biker one as much, but like Demolition Crush and 94 Crush, like with the face paint and all, you know? Kona Crush, not so much. But doesn't he look really different? If you look at Kona Crush, you look at this Crush, and you look at
I would never
Crush from Royal Rumble and all that, like totally different looking people.
Oh my god.
ECW pay-per-view, November to remember. Kyoto doesn't age too much. Still can't believe that they got rid of Kyoto last year.
I can't believe they got rid of Chimmel.
Rated R Superstar. That's Crush is getting I guess he's kind of the de facto babyface here.
Crush is the de facto babyface. I think Savio is supposed to be the middle ground, but I think shortly thereafter Faarooq would be the middle ground. Oh shit.
Turns into a Caribbean strap match.
Now Savio, you have a belt, take it off and start with me.
Yeah, just get all the belts involved. Does Crush have a belt? Yeah, Crush has a belt too. 3 could have just used your belts.
Well, the referee actually bothered to get rid of the belt.
Give him the belt. Wouldn't that be great if that was the end of the match? He just very lightly tosses him to the side and then pins Savio. 3-man battle royal.
3-man battle royal. Wow.
It's that old school that it's just, well, you know, this is crazy. We got 3 people in the ring together. Eventually, we'd have matches where it's
now
10
it's just
plus.
like Fatal 5-way. What do we do? Fatal 5-way. It'll be interesting to see how they slow the pace down.
I guess Crush is just gonna sit outside for a little bit. And very slowly take his time to get into the ring. Crush, 8-Ball, Chains, and Skull. That was the 4 of them, right?
Yep.
I think so.
Pop quiz. Who was Chance?
Brian Lee?
Yep.
Go fake Undertaker. The Underfaker.
And of course the
Harris.
Harris boys.
Which is like, you know, when 8-Ball or whoever it is comes out in that one Royal Rumble, it's like, oh, you're not Stone Cold. You know?
Well, he's in Dixon Braddock in either way. Just a couple of years ago, he was like, "I squash him like coconut, brah." Of course, just a couple of years ago, Savio was Quang, so
Was it Quang or is it Kwang?
Wang.
Savio really selling that. Into the chest area.
Kind of feels like when Patriot says the crotch region on the
Yeah.
podcast.
Right against the esophagus, not the esophagus area.
Imagine beating him with a snapper. Jesus.
Faarooq Assad.
What's the pinning on the snapmares?
They're like, it's going to work eventually, right? Classic Vince. 1, 2, he's got him. No, no.
See, this match is sluggish and boring because they're not just like, oh, well, it's no DQ, so let's grab a chair.
Right, yeah. They're just
Look at the kids
literally
trying to
having a
one
match.
crush.
Come on. I got him.
No, he didn't.
That kid's no longer bouncing up as much.
What was you saying to that guy?
I couldn't tell.
Oh, we were doing a Fannounce Table. I don't know. Rewind to that. Smart of Savio. Oh,
The Barriqua. Savio Vega, the Barriqua. It's going longer than I thought that it was going to.
No, it's just that it's slow.
Otherwise,
It hasn't gone on that
it's
long.
a boring match.
Oh, well, that didn't go as planned.
Mhm.
All right, you can go home now. You just shit the bed on a neck breaker.
Just go on all night. It's like, nah. Rather it not.
Jerry used that to get another line in about Marlena.
Marriott. The urge to splurge. Oh man.
What is Crush doing?
Just like, yeah, standing around. I don't know. I'm not gonna do anything yet.
What is this? This match is so apart.
This match is just shit. Let's both do it. Huh? Don't tell me he's gonna do Elimination.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Faarooq's gonna join that the DOA.
Or you could just call it elimination.
Yeah. Or you could all just shake hands and be friends again.
Boy, like they literally just stopped moving. You'd think that this match is better, but
Yeah, because on paper, seems fine. Leaders
them
of the
not
three
knowing
stables,
what
guys that have been established for a little while. You know, one of them for like, God, how long had Crush been there at this point?
a long time.
7 years, 8 years, something like that.
Yeah, 7 years.
You got Simmons, who's been, even though that's not in WWE, he's been a world champion in WCW.
You got Vega, who's at least
A couple
a
years in
top
there,
guy
yeah.
there.
If I say Savio Vega, what do you picture? Other than obviously Savio Vega.
Strap match with Austin.
Yeah. I usually think either that or I think him standing next to Razor Ramon.
I think the strap match is a little bit more iconic.
I definitely picture that ring gear though. That outfit is like, that's the Savio Vega outfit. If somebody says Crush, what do you picture?
Kona.
Really?
Just word association, I guess. Because I don't necessarily love the Demolition version.
Now, Demolition one's not as good to me as I think like WrestleMania 10.
Yeah, it's kind of like mid Kona. Well, at least the people are coming up for when they need to.
Yeah. Never liked the Hart punch.
Watch this.
Wouldn't have thought Savio would win this match.
I would have thought Faarooq was going over here. If we had a smack talk at the moment, we'd be pissed that like 2 months ago Faarooq was challenging for the world title.
Yeah.
And now he's feuding with Crush and Savio.
We'd be like, the match was slow. This triple threat thing, what are they doing?
It could work, but the way they did it, I don't know if I ever want to see it again.
You're making jokes like, oh, what's the next thing they're going to do? Have 4 people in the ring?
No, but we're gonna have a Fatal 4 later tonight.
Yeah, that's true.
With tag teams, so it's 8 people.
There's that Lawler Fears.
There's a lot of like IWA itself signs.
Well, there's specific things too. We get the black thing again, going over the Peacock thing. Come on.
Okay.
Not liking this whole commercial bullshit. This commercial, like I don't mind the commercial like this, but don't do the Peacock cutting over the black thing.
Okay.
Just like a best of Stone Cold.
No censors. Oh wow, really? All the stuff they can't show you on TV.
$20 plus $6 shipping and handling.
That's not bad.
All things considered, yeah, $26 for that. Oh yeah, we punch.
Yeah. That dude is hyped. He's like, I punch. Oh.
Who we got here? One of the minis, but they use this theme for so many people. Wait, El Torito? Really? Okay.
I'm guessing not the same?
It can't possibly be the same. El Torito. Wait, we gotta look that up. We gotta see if that, because that, I wouldn't think that would be the same guy.
No way.
But I don't know how old he is. Let's see.
Yeah.
It is the same guy?
No, I laughed at what like I said to JR.
Ah.
El Torito means little bull. How do you say laudable, JR? That's your name.
It was like Max Mini's theme. So this is not the same El Torito. This El Torito died January 23rd, 2016. This El Torito was Centelita, Espectrito, Pandita Chiquita, Mini Vader.
Yes, he did work as Espectrito and Mini Vader earlier in the year for WWE.
I remember the Mini Vader thing.
Okay.
Man, how tall was Max Mini? Because, like, holy shit.
Kind of mini.
El Torito looks big compared to, you know what I mean? Like,
so what were they going to do with the minis? That was good.
Jeez.
See, nowadays, this is just called a match.
It's 205 Live.
The people are fucking go nuts. How did they not run with the minis?
So Max Mini was apparently 3'7.5".
Tony, I heard if you get a thimble full of tequila in these guys, they go nuts. If you know what a thimble is, look it up. Ooh, that was a nasty kick from
Lawler's doing great work tonight. Do. Wait, Max Manny still wrestling? He might still be, yeah, it looks like he's still wrestling.
What's he wrestling as? I kind of want to watch him.
Zuki? Suzuki? Tzuki.
Where's he wrestling?
Let's see where he's in now. CMLL, according to Wiki.
Cool.
He also wrestled under a bunch of other names: Mini Dragon, Mini Rey Mysterio Jr., Baby Rabbit.
Baby rabbit. He's biting his ass. Yeah, he was.
Why are you rubbing it up against what? Now, I'm not a doctor, despite how I said earlier, but I'm pretty sure that somebody bites their ass, the solution to it's not to rub it up against the turnbuckle and the ropes.
Yeah, it's gonna burn. Oof. Jesus. This guy is gonna become one of my favorites. This Max Mini here, like he is bumping like a champ.
It's funny to think that this is a David versus Goliath match.
In a way, sure.
Because there's definitely a size disparity. I mean, you bump up the height, and it ends up being like this is like Rey Mysterio against Braun Strowman or something, you know? Why are they doing this ass biting thing?
Because they're little people, so it's typically the babyface that.
Why are they biting the ass of the referee? What the fuck is this?
How is he biting the ass of the referee? His mouth is covered.
I really don't understand the thought process behind this. Shoot him out of a cap gun? People are just like, fuck yeah! What if Lawler just pretend it's Brian and Chris's time? Jerry's kid, they're chanting again. Yo, Lawler is stealing this fucking show. This is a Jerry the King Lawler pay-per-view.
Oh! Oh my god!
Give him the brick. Just a little brick.
There you
What the
go.
This is the best match.
This is on the same card as Shawn Michaels and The Undertaker.
Yeah.
Boy,
Imagine the Takers at Gorilla watching this, you know?
Admittedly, though, this is actually entertaining me. They're good athletes, and they're doing the comedy bits right.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, should he kicked out? I thought that was it.
I thought that was going to be the end, too. Maybe he needs to gore him, and that's how it finishes. For anybody who's not synced up with this, Lawler just said, I'm going to give him one of my socks. He'll use it as a sleeping bag.
Don't give me any ideas, Vince. Wow. The near falls here, great. Oh wait, what's happening here?
Oh. I'm going to tell him a short story.
Damn, he's quick.
Phew.
Oh, honestly, Max Mini is one of the best wrestlers I've seen on this card.
Al Gore him.
That's boring.
Snap it around really quick.
Yeah, he's real good at this. Again.
You gotta just bolt. Yeah.
Oh my god. A perfect acai moonsault by Max Mini. What the hell? And he no-sells it. He's up.
Hey, it's up before Max Mini even. Because Max Mini is totally gonna win this.
Yeah.
I don't know if Max Mini ever lost a match in WWE.
Oh, what's gonna happen here? Oh, there it is.
I thought that was the end too. They're giving him quite a long time here.
A lot of time to fuck around. Well, but then again, Christopher and Putski ended early.
That's true. Maybe they just figured, give him another minute or so. He just picks him up.
That was a great match. Go mess with the king a little more.
This is really like a lot of this has been revolving around Lawler.
That joke was made even better by Vince calling it out. All of that just to get the mini pads. I bet he was great.
There's a Lawler as king. There lots of signs for Lawler too, even just like.
Oh, we're getting some Stone Cold now. This is gonna take a serious turn.
We're getting
I
the
love
pile
this
driver.
music. Oh.
One of the worst pins ever. But then again, you can't blame them. So
I love this music so much.
Slaughter made a lot of sense to be that commissioner type, you know?
Yeah. He looks the part.
And the whole like drill sergeant thing, like, you know, he can step in and he can be like, listen, maggot.
And then he's gonna wrestle Helmsley in December. We should do that one at some point.
Loved that whole thing with the face shields.
By the way, WWF Friday night's main event.
Oh yeah.
Short-lived idea.
Is Slaughter's outfit a sports coat, a white t-shirt, and sweatpants?
Yeah. They think you suck.
I miss when it was World Wrestling Federation instead.
Okay,
It is
they're not
sweatpants, isn't it?
sweatpants.
Isn't it?
No, they're not.
Good old dude love.
I love Mick Foley.
I went as dude love for Halloween one year.
Yeah, I can see that.
This is he's
Dr. Sutra.
relinquishing the titles, right?
Yeah.
It's not around your waist, it's in your hands.
All right, who's getting the stunner? Is it Slaughter or is it Jim Ross?
The
No, I'm asking you. Predict.
way that this pay-per-view is going, it's Lawler.
Dude, he's got a broken neck.
And this might be outside of the broken neck, peak physical condition for him.
And he's got a broken neck.
It's so weird when you look at the way that he looks right there, and you look at the 96 Royal Rumble when he's ringmaster, he looks like he grew half a foot.
Yeah.
Like, he just looks like
JR gets
a
the
different
double
guy.
bird. Their nose to chin.
You gotta take a shot at the chairman. I guess not chairman at that point, but you know what I mean. I always think it's weird when people say like kid or son to somebody that's older than them.
Yeah, I've always felt the same way.
Okay, yeah, they're not sweatpants.
They left the bitch in there.
A fat ass just goes, okay.
She's it.
Yeah, he's getting stunner. Or if not a stunner, like, just a punch or something. Oh, there you go. Stunner time.
Vince Stillman. I love it.
I ate this shit up so much back in the day too. Like, Austin was great.
Listen to them.
Because it's like they never did any of this before, Like, you got a guy that's just disrespecting the commissioner, calling the commentator guy a fat ass, so that he just gives him a stunner. Like, nobody ever did that kind of crap.
Look at how pissed Vince is. Stun Patterson too, just for walking in there.
Give him the gaga. Just, fuck you. Now bring out Max Manny and give him a stunner. Where's the board? I don't know. Maybe Putski's got it.
Oh, that's right. They had to use it for Putski. Do they not have an extra board?
It might be the case. Yeah, because they wouldn't have planned for that, I think that's the case. I think that they were supposed to have done that.
That's insane.
That has to be because if he's saying, where's the board? It's probably
So
like, well,
what
that was
happens
planned.
if somebody gets shoot injured? You don't have a board?
I guess they don't have a backup one. Yeah. Oh, at least they got Doc Hendricks by there, his doctor. That one's so good. I guess him a son. Bulldog's like, yeah.
I have the European title.
What? Don't talk, Davey boy. Just in the short amount of time that Davey boy was just talking, he immediately went like pink. That That was so nonchalant, but he is a jackass himself. I do kind of miss Vince. Should just fucking do commentary. Like,
Just
you want to
one more
tell your
time.
story? Tell a story. You know.
Oh, it's not. Dude, they're popping for everybody. This is so new. Like,
Even though I'm not at all in the slightest bit this type of culture, I thought that the Headbangers were pretty cool back in the day. I liked that tag team.
very cool.
Just wanna-
Is he just wrestling in a Marilyn Manson t-shirt?
I guess so. Well, they probably didn't have their own merch at that point.
All right, so if Owen and Bulldog are the third team, who's the fourth?
Huh.
Because it would have been Austin and Dude Love.
Trying to think about tag teams that they might have had around this time. Was this like still Doug Furnas and Philip LaFon or something?
You know, that might be it.
Good old Hog and Pig.
LOD.
Okay. I'd haul your ass. Check out A Review to a Kill, everybody. Man with the Golden Gun, Live and Let Die. Sheriff J.W. Pepper.
I like J.W. Pepper.
These Democrats, Maybell. Boy, you is ugly. LOD rule. I never liked LOD like that. Just LOD. Do you think more Legion of Doom or Road Warriors?
I like the Road Warriors name better.
I kind of liked Road Warrior Hawk, Road Warrior Animal, the Legion of Doom, but the more that I like, when I grew up and I realized that Legion of Doom was also the DC villains, I'm like, Road Warriors.
Yeah, that's what they stole it from.
But then again, Road Warrior, you got the Mad Max thing, so let's get the good old traditional well. Generic wrestler. Yeah, I'm mad. I'm just gonna say this shit really angrily. Hit us with a well. Come on.
We're waiting.
Come on.
Wow.
It's like, it doesn't, whatever the fuck you say, just as long as you said the well. None of the shit that they said really made a whole lot of sense.
He said, "Well, that's why."
Right? Yeah. But that is textbook. Like, I mean, it sounds like it's heresy to say the Legion of Doom in that kind of scenario is textbook wrestling garbage, but it says
Vader is too. I'm the man. Who's man? Oh,
yeah.
It's great. Like
any of that old school promo that all, and they do it still to this day. It's not like they only did it back then, but like the whole like,
as well though.
I'm mad. I'm gonna say that I'm gonna win the match, and you know what? Later on, I'm gonna kick your ass. I'm gonna beat you in the middle of the ring, and you're gonna know that I'm the man.
Braun was all right for that. I'm not finished with you.
Let me tell you something else. In 2 weeks at SummerSlam, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna win this match. That's gonna be the end of the promo. That's it.
Tell him, Hawk. Wow.
Well, we got to explain the Fatal 4-Way too. That's right. That's what's gonna be elimination.
Oh, we got elimination here. Can they just say well again?
Well.
Wow.
So I would assume at this point I'm rooting as a kid for Owen and Bulldog.
Oh yeah, well you do like the assholes.
Yeah, and I always liked Owen and Bulldog, so I'm probably sitting there. Well, you know what I'm probably doing? I'm probably as a kid going, "Oh man, I hope that LOD wins," and then I'm going, "Yeah, but if Owen and Bulldog win, that'd be even better." Like that kind of thing, you know? Because at the time, I'm still not quite 100% cheering for the heels. It's like, oh, I like those guys, but I don't want them to win because they're the bad guys, you know? Like that kind of thing.
Who's he got tattooed on his shoulder there? Looks like Freddie Mercury. Is it Freddie Mercury?
Well, maybe he's got whatever the
closely.
I stands for. Ignatius or whatever. Smith.
The
I silent. Hey Henry, if the I stands for Smith and Phineas, what's the O stand for? Bill. O silent too.
And of course, back in this day, that would prompt a joke like, "How do you know the O in Bill is silent?" I don't know. Let's ask Monica. Do you like that?
That's a good one. Does this say "go fuck yourself"? No, okay. I thought he had "go fuck yourself" on his shoulder. Look at that.
Redneck. It says redneck.
Redneck, yeah. For split second, looked like it would have been "go fuck yourself." And it does look like Freddie Mercury. I think it is.
A redneck and a Freddie Mercury tattoo. Those are very kind of.
Who wants to be a redneck?
That's gross.
Who needs to be a redneck? Ooh. Great song. That's 5 out of 5 song. That trademark Vince laugh.
I'm gonna go to Marilyn Manson Award 1997 MTV Awards.
Just had his ass hanging out or something, I guess. Imagine just like you got like Hawk and Animal had those hairstyles. They just walked around in public like that. Like
yeah.
That's just crazy to me.
Hey.
I wonder how new the Headbangers were at this point, if they're
I
referring
think
to them
about
like
a year. About less than a year, but early 97. Bitch is just goofing on commentary, talking about how great Tim White is.
Did you see Tim White on the Most Wanted Treasures?
Oh yeah, how he's just like, yeah, people are always asking me if I got all of Andre's old shit. I don't. I have the memories. They're so awkward in these matches.
Yeah, they don't know what the hell to do. Owen's bored. He's just making himself laugh. So I was listening to the My World podcast with Jarrett. Here's a Inception mode on a podcast, talking about a podcast. But he was telling the story about Owen, and he admits, he's like, this doesn't sound all that funny telling the story, and I can picture it being fucking hilarious at the time. He said that there was this one instance where Owen, when they were about to like take off on like a plane, he acted really like with the flight attendant. He was just kind of like, miss. I forget where they said that they were. It was like Barcelona or something that they were going to go to. And he's like, Road Dog here says you spell Barcelona with 2 R's, do you? And then she would be like, I don't think so. And he'd be like, well, can you double check for me? Can you whatever like that? Can you get me a pen and paper so that I can write it down? I do it better when I write things down. And then it would be like, no, I really need you to can you talk to the other people that are on here? Can you get their like opinions about this? We really need to figure this out. And that he did something with like a napkin, like she gave him a napkin and a pen, and he purposely ripped it. And he was like, can you get me a piece of paper? It'd be much better if I had a piece of
Jesus
paper.
Christ. Can you
Like,
imagine just popping yourself like this?
I can imagine. I'd be laughing my ass off. And he's like, can you ask the pilot? Like, it's like, and they were all sitting there probably at the time going, oh, and we want to fucking take off. Like, that's the type of shit that I used to do in high school. So like, there's a kindred spirit with Owen of like, you can't really be mad, but you're at the same time kind of being like, dude, stop being a prick. I always liked when they could pull this off. And if you could do it hopefully the way they does it, yep, that like the perfect slam type of thing. I always like that. It's scary. I always thought that should have been his like secondary finisher.
Well, it kind of was.
For a little bit there. It's weird to think that Owen didn't really have a finisher. He just did the sharpshooter sometimes and then would win with like roll-ups and stuff.
Well, because I think before that it was like diving drop kick, diving headbutt.
What was the Headbangers finisher? Blank on
Um,
that.
it's one does like a seated senton from the top rope, and the other one does another like top rope stage dive kind of maneuver.
Do you remember what they called it?
I think there's
Was it
one
the
thing
stage dive?
it might have been stage dive. It might have been like a powerbomb and like a seated senton.
Or like a side slam maybe into that?
Yeah, I can see that work.
Because that's what I would call it. I'd call it a fucking stage dive. That's the easiest thing to do. The Godwinns had the slop drop.
I like Hawk.
Well, Not gonna get that axe handle.
Wait.
Are they gonna get DQ'd?
Oh.
I can't read that sign. There's way too much written on that sign, but it ended with Daddy. Mosh just like runs into the ring like, my turn. I'm curious too if that was like that move that they used to do there that Mosh had just done. If that was like an actual mosh pit type of dance back then or something.
Well, they're just kind of crashing into each other. I mean, I guess it could be.
Again, totally not my scene. So almost botched that one.
I love Vince. Oh. No, there wouldn't.
Good old Henry Bill Godwinn.
I still can't believe that it's just hog and pig.
Is there a third one? A third like name for that type of animal?
There would be a sow. SOW.
Well, you'd have to go with if it was Godwinn. I can't imagine that there's another one, you know? That ends with a
Hog,
G.
pig, and I think they're all trying to get over here. They're in the ropes.
Doesn't count. The ultimate opportunist, right?
And that typically belongs to Canadians.
I was just cheering for USA.
Yeah. USA.
They're just like, woo! Country. Earlier in the night, very quietly, they're just like, Guatemala, just kind of going through other countries. Let's go, Belgium.
Belgium's great. They got great waffles.
Could go for a waffle right now. Waffle with ice cream. Be good. Especially like a chocolate chip waffle.
I'd go for some ice cream.
I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast when I had randomly fallen asleep and woke up like, oh my God, I fell asleep. When I did that, I had woken up from a dream that very heavily involved lasagna rolls.
Ooh.
And I was like, Fuck, I want to eat that. It looked so good in the dream. It was like in a blush sauce.
Damn.
A kid in the crowd that's wearing LOD shoulder pads.
I don't like going with the crew cut that he will develop in a few weeks.
This is the ring gear I think of with Owen, though.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I think the Black Heart.
I guess I get why he got rid of it when Bret left, but still.
The caution tape was ridiculous, you know?
Yeah.
I like the theme, though. Bum, 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 bum. And this is definitely like, it's not exactly the Bulldog outfit, but this basic gear is what I think of with Bulldog. Short hair, the boots with the tassels.
Oh, that was a mess.
Yeah, that was definitely not how they planned on doing that. It's kind of a pin there. I don't know why you're not going for it. All right. Headbangers are still wrestling, aren't they? It's weird when they did that random spot on like a couple episodes of SmackDown a couple years ago.
They just won a tag team championship in a local promotion here, Atomic Revolutionary Wrestling. I believe they won it in a ladder match featuring, unless the lineup changed, the Ascension and Hawkins and Ryder.
Wow.
And now's the time for them to move.
What's the Ascension going by again now? Something else very close to Ascension.
The Awakening.
The Awakening.
Here it is.
Yeah, let's see what we think. This is the first time that they're doing it, maybe. Or they're not going to be able to because they're waiting for Bulldog. There you go.
Well, you could have at least tried to, lift him up with the powerbomb. Oh shit, it's Austin.
So here's to you. People are going crazy. They're not even going crazy necessarily about the Headbangers, though. They're just like, Austin came out and did something again.
Dude, the pops on this show.
And what a difference to Owen's up. You know? People don't know what to do.
That kid is going nuts. It's the best moment of his life right now.
20 plus years later goes by. He's sitting at a bar right now going, man, this is one time Thrasher came around me. People are like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That girl with the overalls, very 90s looking.
Nobody should ever wear overalls.
Overalls are alright.
Nah, they're terrible. Nobody ever can pull off overalls.
I'm telling Mario what you said.
Tell him. He'd be better off without him. Wear a t-shirt. You know? Wear a sports coat and sweatpants and a t-shirt like Slaughter.
Good for them.
That kid too. Another one just
that
like,
mullet, bro. Oh,
he's just grabbing his head.
Peacock.
Cut to black again. What's the difference between getting your ass whipped and your ass whooped?
Whipped Probably implies the literal whipping, and whoop. It's probably just like, I'm gonna hurt you.
WWF TV. Weird that it's Mount Morris, Illinois.
Yeah, that's never an address you associate with him. Oh, they're celebrating?
With discount Courtney Love.
Oh, we're just throwing beers. Okay.
No, it's hot dog, I think. Or
I
churros?
bet you those hot dogs are good. Yeah, they said hot dog. Oh, they're just handing out hot dogs, bro.
See, they got foil hot dogs. Why can't fucking MetLife?
Why can't that life 16 years later?
Right, yeah. What? I don't care if he's getting a push. DTA? It's weird that like you can't even clean up the little feed glitches that are there. I guess maybe you just don't want to, you know?
Yeah, it's character. Oh, by the way, this is the whole reason we're watching.
How did Wilkes pass away, do you know?
I think I'm not sure they know yet, but I think it might be a heart attack.
Hmm. What a weird like time frame kinda.
Why? Because he just went from the Undertaker to the Patriot.
Like the Patriot just comes in, gets shot to the moon, and then disappears in what feels like 2 months.
So you want a fun story? So
Always.
Del Wilkes never. Hold on. Ugh. Gotta get that sneeze out. Jeez. Del Wilkes never wrestles after this. After this WWF run. You know who takes over the Patriot role in the Indies?
Ah, I used to know this. Is it Tom Brandy?
It's Tom Brandy. And well, I'm gonna let Sonny talk and then
I was gonna say, I'm probably not gonna pay attention to what you're saying for a minute.
That's a good mask.
Yeah, solid mask. Sonny does look great. So Tom Brandy pays him for the gimmick, right?
So there's an interview with Del Wilkes coming out this Sunday, July 4th, with Sean Ross Sapp. And he's gonna tell you some thoughts about Tom Brandy. Tom Brandy never paid him for the gimmick. Tom
Really?
Brandy
He
just
just started doing it?
Yep.
Oh, that's shitty.
And he openly says, I want to punch him in the face. That's not very sincere of Salvatore. Thank you for humoring me with that laugh.
Somewhere in my collection of stuff, I've got a signed autograph of Tom Brady. That was the same event that I caught the beer can from Sandman, got him to sign it.
Where's it now, Tony?
Wherever the same box is. I'm gonna have to like find that, and maybe I wanted to do something before. There's WCW sucks. There's the I'm Naked one.
Is he really naked?
I'll have to like scan the old photos of like some of those kind of things. Like I'm pretty sure that there's a picture of me with The Rock on that time frame where I had said like where I'm wearing the DX shirt, and The Rock was like, "You're really gonna wear a DX shirt to The Rock signing?" And I'm like, I was always being a little bit of a dick.
I love Bret. Bret's so good.
My number 3.
I never noticed his teeth are crooked.
Oh yeah.
Never noticed that. Boy, dude, everybody is to the point.
Yeah.
Nobody is straight up just like, I'm gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna kick crap at him.
One of my absolute favorite theme songs too. Wonder how Bret felt about not coming on last here.
Probably pissed. He didn't like the feud.
I dug the whole Bret's the angry anti-USA heel thing though, back in the day.
Yeah, it's still good. Mm.
Best version of the song is mostly this one, but at some point you have to have the
I think it's in this one.
Our foundation rules, everyone else drools.
Yes. Yes, they do. They do drool.
Bret is my I couldn't read that. Kind of looked like it said stepson, which I don't think that it probably is. I feel like anytime that you have Bret is my hero. Anytime that you have a scenario like this, you have to do a flag match, you know?
They do that next month.
And it's like when they did these flag match kind of scenarios in the past 10 years, they keep adding these extra weird rules to it. And they had that one, I forget if it was Cena and Rusev, where it was like, it's a regular match, but you get to pose with your flag afterward. What the fuck was that?
Nope, Cena and Rusev actually had a weird stipulation where they had to walk up the stage.
Oh, they were that one. Who was the one that had the whole
Rusev and Swagger.
Maybe it was that one, yeah. I don't understand that at all. How they were like flag matches that you get to swing yours afterward. That's not a flag match. And they're different enough matches that's a fun thing to do every once in a while, you know? Freshen it up a little bit.
My favorite flag match is it's Owen, Bret, and Bulldog against Austin, Foley, and Undertaker. Now say those 6 names again, and it's mind-boggling, but This card has been all over the place. It's been like, here's a weird angle about if he wins, he gets Marlena for 30 nights. Then it's like, here's a random light heavyweight match. Then it's, let's watch the minis for like 15 minutes.
We're going to get these two young guys where one of them's going to get injured, so the match doesn't end the way that it's supposed to.
Then it's out here, let's have these wrestlers trying a few concepts that they have never seen before, so they're completely just stuck.
Vacate the titles. Yeah, definitely all over the place. But this feels very in your house, you know?
Yeah. And Sean and Taker, I'm sure are gonna tear it down.
That guy's got to sign upside down. Yeah, I really like the Patriots mask.
It's a very well designed mask.
You even have like the USA on the back and like the use of the Eagles wings for the eyes and everything. Like that's really well done.
Of course, hindsight 2020, knowing that this is one of Bret's last. In fact, this is Bret's last pay-per-view singles title defense, like before Sean. Like, I'd have given him a different match. You know, I'd have put him in there with Shamrock or something, or Undertaker, or anybody, or Austin. You know, like I'd have put him in there with anybody.
Well, he couldn't with Austin at the time. Yeah, with benefit of hindsight, a lot of things go differently.
Even Vader, maybe.
What's Vader doing around this time? I don't remember.
He'll be teaming with the Patriot next month against Bret and Bulldog in a flag match. So I don't know why he wasn't on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah,
rhino.
where's the fucking rhino?
I always thought it was so weird that there's the Hart family and then a guy named Neidhart marries in. Like, isn't that just strange?
Yeah, and it's almost perfect.
And you got Jimmy Hart, who's not in the family, but he's named Hart. Like, you know?
Well, that's what gave us the name, the Hart Foundation.
That's just, I don't know. It's like
Only in wrestling.
it's like if, you know, when I first met Caroline, if her name would have been like Mangowski or something, you know?
And you're just like, okay, I'm gonna need you to drop a few letters off of that.
Right, yeah. Like, that's what Neidhart ends up being. It's like, can you just add Nide in front of yours? So you're used to signing your name for all those years. And then you just go, I gotta put Nide in front of it. It's so strange. I mean, I don't know if like that's like a common enough sort of name in Canada where it's like, you know, John, Johnson, Smith, Williams, whatever, that kind of thing, whatever. Jones.
Well, I mean, he's not Canadian.
No, but like it's just in Canada if like Hart is, and it's just like one of those super duper weird coincidences,
Well,
or
just
if
as
it's like
common here.
The only Hart that I can think of other than the Hart family is Kimberly Hart, but that's just a fictional character.
Did they steal Hart from Hart?
God, what's the main song from Hart? I'm blanking on it now.
Oh, is it Barracuda?
All I can think of for some reason is Black Velvet.
Is it Barracuda or is it Must Have Been Love, but it's over now? Hold on, I'll Google it.
Throw it in the Google machine. Hi, Mom. We are on In Your House live. You really wasted your time on that. Shotgun Saturday Night.
Barracuda. I was right.
All right, it was Barracuda then.
Bear.
Who's a dinosaur, Vince?
Hulk Hogan on the other channel.
Yeah, there's one thing that WCW can't have. Dinosaur.
Well, AEW has it.
Luchasaurus, yeah. I'm curious who they had, like, Tom Brandy's going around the independent scene as the Patriot, wrestling who? Like, you know what I mean?
If it's like like legend names, because they could probably just be some schlub from the Indies.
But you gotta figure most of them probably are American as well, and it just doesn't work the same.
Oh no, you take some kid and you put him in a towel, which you claim is a turban, and you do some really, xenophobic thing, and you go, USA, USA.
It's like some guy's name is like, I don't know, Jim.
I love this move.
Yeah, I always like this a lot. But yeah, you got some guy named like Jim Carter, and it's like, tonight you're gonna be Chic Jim.
Like Bear Bronson, you worked with him a little bit in OCW. Put that guy in a certain look, and you're a foreign heel.
He's just Chic Tommy.
Chic Bear. he's a bear and he's a chic.
Chic Bear. There's grizzly bears, polar bears, cheek bears. There's Bear Bronsons. There's Reed Bronsons.
Reed Bronson, doesn't he have a little bit of a dinosaur in him?
There's Bronson Matthews. What was the other Bronson's name? There's been like 8 Bronsons that they tried to get in NXT. And Reed's the only one that actually has amounted to anything. Isn't there like a Cade Bronson or something?
I don't remember. But now I feel compelled to look.
I know Bronson Matthews was one. I think that was Tough Enough, dude. But I kind of remember looking at the 2012 thing that we were doing the other day, and that there was like a Bronson in NXT or something. Now they've got Butch Creed and whatever.
He hasn't debuted yet, but it's got to be those two brothers.
Yeah, it's definitely not Butch either, too. It's Brutus or something, I think, right?
It's Brutus Creed and
Brutus
Julius Creed.
Yeah, he's just always going to be Butch Creed for me until I get used to it. Dog. You're the man now, dog. I always thought the whole Southpaw thing was interesting. Nobody ever refers to somebody as a Northpaw. They're like, oh man, the East Paw.
Well, Southpaw. What is that when you're left-handed?
Yeah. Weird term, because like, why isn't it the left paw?
I like that he didn't do this stupid thing where he runs into Bulldog.
Maybe they'll do that next. Yep, they'll do that.
I hate that I spoke words.
Crowd thought that was the end.
The significance there is he beat him with a roll-up on Raw. That's how he earned the match. Okay, that's a DQ, right?
Yeah, it's totally a DQ. But I guess you got to have the spot where he punches Bulldog.
Nope. Look behind you.
Oh, there you go. There's Vader. With the kidney shots and all.
Dude, DQ, bro.
Yeah, this is 100%. We've well past DQ point. Vader time. I always liked Vader. And I never actually watched almost any of
Bret's
Vader's like heyday.
Like, why are you not disqualified?
You ever watched the movie The Patriot?
Maybe a long time ago.
Not one of those movies that I'm a huge fan of. It's very like at its time, it was one of the dad movies, you know?
Yeah.
And a lot of people would be like, oh, it's a great movie, you know? You won an Oscar kind of thing. And it's like, yeah, it's just generic.
Is that Gibson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Some good cast members in it. Like Heath Ledger's in it. Jason Isaacs in it. But it's just kind of one of those movies. Just, you know, take it or leave it. I'll tell you a controversial opinion that I'm sure some people are going to disagree on here. Not a big fan of Gladiator.
Yeah. I understand why it was big in its time, but nah.
Walked out of the theater seeing that, and I was just kind of like, eh. And then it goes ahead and wins Best Picture, and I'm like, no. Forget what I wanted to win instead, but definitely wasn't rooting for that year. Of course, now I'm curious. Gladiator, Best Picture, Oscars. Get a little Fanboys Anonymous action in here. It was the 73rd Academy Awards. And it was up against Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which I didn't see. Aaron Brockovich, which I didn't see. Chocolat, which I did not see. And Traffic, which I liked. So I was rooting for Traffic, I guess. Oh, Castaway was that year. Castaway's a better movie, too.
Well said.
Oh, sorry, well said. What a pinfall. What a maneuver.
Not a bad match, but just like a very...
It should have ended by now. Funny that he just flat out addresses him as Del Wilkes. Instead of calling him the Patriot. He wouldn't do that now, you know? Shit, these times, okay, Matt Riddle, you can't say Matt.
Kick him in the balls. Oh my god.
That's a good finisher too. People should do that more.
Wow, they're really trying to give him all these gaga and these bells and whistles.
You know why? They're patriotic. Like Chiota. Not shaking as much as it was earlier, though. I mean, the beginning of the night. Oh, now it's starting to do it. They start off this pay-per-view though with like the crowd just stomping around the hard cam.
They adored everything that happened.
Young me is probably. Well, I didn't really watch these pay-per-views live all that often because there was just too much money to spend for it. But young me probably, if I was watching this live, which I don't remember for sure, was probably just sitting there going like, "Oh my god, he almost had him!" Like just like just change the title, like you know. All right, now ring the bell.
Could have saved them some time.
Can't do another man's move like that.
Not a great sharpshooter.
Nah, that's best. Sloppy to get into it, everything too. You're right there. Come on. Poor. Hope it's not the end. I don't remember this being the end of it.
Yep.
Oh, well.
We're still in a pre-tapping era too.
People used to tap. How long was it before Patriot's gone? Is he gone by January?
Lasts through November.
Miss pile drivers. The woman in the crowd. Ah!
Oh yeah, Bret is making a move, which means she needs to make her move.
Think that they would do this nowadays? Or you think that they would just be like, it's too risky, gonna offend too many people?
For like the American
Right.
gimmick? No.
I mean, like the thing with the flag. Like he just broke the flag and he ripped it and strangled the Patriot with it, you know?
Right. Well, especially you can't do this with our country in the shape that it's in.
Then you get those people that are just kind of like, man, you went too far. You know?
I know Bret was really not happy. He's like, I'm doing the best I can, but I missed when this was the hottest angle.
Come on, Bret. Stop. Come on.
Yeah, like they are filling a lot of time on this show.
Flip off the kid. Yeah. Bret gets extra points. Be interesting if we did a one more match for Bret Hart.
In today's roster?
Yeah. Because there's a handful of people. I mean, there's well, Daniel Bryan's not on the roster right now, technically, but like, you got AJ Styles. You got.
I think I can get away with saying this person because he's technically on the roster. Brock.
You got that. You got Kevin Owens.
I think Brock would be a great match.
I think he
Bret
could get a really good match out of Roman Reigns. Because he worked well with like Diesel and everybody, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Something's going on behind there. Two people fighting or something, maybe.
Probably.
Hey, fuck you. You didn't do that with the fucking flag. Oh, fuck you, pal. I'm Canadian. Fuck you. Whatever. You know, I'm not your buddy, guy.
Wow. Did you hear what Lola just said?
Nah.
Did you hear what Lola?
What'd he
Americans
say?
are never victorious. Not at Vietnam and not tonight.
Oh. There we go.
That is like my favorite era of Michaels.
You go from my my number 3 in the previous match to my number 1 and my number 2.
Okay, so they always did that, huh?
Always do what?
So the first time ever.
Yeah, I guess it must be. They just became more annoying about it.
We're nagging?
Where instead of like, wow, for the first time ever, the two of like the biggest people in the company are going to fight each other, it just becomes, for the first time ever, we're going to have, I don't know, Carmella against Liv Morgan, and this time the winner has to wear a fucking purple headband. Like, she said this is like your favorite era, Shawn Michaels.
This is probably peak Shawn, which is sad because he's so close to being done. This is so great. Okay.
I like the pinfall. 1, 2. Fuck, I gotta do it. I'm pissed. It's so good.
It's the idiosyncrasies that go into all of that. Watch the blade job.
See if they cut from that.
Oh. He's already balding at that point. You can see it at the crown.
By HBK?
Yeah. But he still looks pretty good.
Yeah, physically, This is probably Shawn's best.
Mm-hmm. He usually adds a little more emphasis.
Shawn Michaels, you will rest in luxury. And today our sponsors are good gear.
I dig the gear.
I feel you. Because you are the Hart Peacock.
This song is in a masterclass. Everybody loves it. It's just the perfect like tune.
Yeah, she loves it. She'll remember this later on, isn't she?
What do you think's happening backstage that kids don't walk through the curtain?
Goofing around, pretending like he's not going to go out, I guess, or something. Let me talk.
You totally telling Hunter. Like, I don't want to do this tonight.
They have a bet backstage. How long can you wait before you go out? Yeah. That one girl's
My
just
God,
flipping
gonna...
out. So he started something. Oh, okay, Sean. I don't remember him doing that before. What a weird character to be like almost universally recognized as. I mean, it's not really necessarily the character, but like the pyro going off. Oh, there we go. Okay. He's so fucking great. But again, another example of that I've always rooted for jerks on things, you know?
So good.
To be like, my favorite of all time is the, one of the biggest assholes in that time frame. Of course, Undertaker's just fucking. You can't get better.
I love the lighters. Really add to it.
Isn't that crazy to think, though? People are just holding up lighters.
Because we all had a smoking issue.
Like, that many people were like, I need to have a lighter because I'm probably going to smoke at some point. That many people. I don't understand why people smoke. Now, like, when people got the cell phones, it's like, yeah, well, of course everybody has cell phones.
But knowing that that's an actual flame makes it so much cooler for an entrance like this.
Yeah, that's true. And it really is so, like, you can't show somebody this who isn't willing to have their suspension of disbelief and just kind of go with it. Because if you're really just sort of like, you got the guy who's dancing around like a Chippendales dancer, and he's a bad guy, and then you got this guy, and he's kind of undead, but he sort of isn't. He got magical powers, and he's the good guy here because the Canadian guy's mad. And this is like, this is so dumb, but it's great dumb, you know?
It's so good.
Shannon, rest in peace.
Yep, they don't do that anymore. Well, you know,
he's retired. So.
Shut up. It's not.
In the middle of I don't know, Humberto Carrillo versus Ricochet. Rest in peace. Just kind of like.
Oh.
And they didn't even need to have as much fancy stuff going on right here, and the entrance was still awesome. It's just a little bit of a light, and the light comes on, and the song. This is maybe... This is like one of my top favorite Undertaker types of outfits.
That's how we're starting this. Yeah, I don't think they actually have a match.
Bring out the Heartbreak Gimp. The Gimp's sleeping. Guess you're gonna have to wake him up then, won't you? 10 points if anybody gets the reference. Drop it in the comments below.
Oh, now we're cheering Slaughter now?
Yeah. Go back out there, maggot. And that's an order. Oh, come on. Didn't remember that happening. Sean overselling, of course. I mean, we're nowhere near Hogan levels of overselling, but...
That's good. I like that. So dumb.
Nobody's at the door. Yeah. He doesn't have a key. Ouch.
Oh, that can't be good for his back.
Yeah. It's not too long.
The casket, but it's not great.
Yeah.
See, they do kind of go all over the set.
I mean, if you're not going to use it anymore, you might as well kind of get your use out of it by breaking it up, right?
Okay.
Classic Sean.
The best.
For the first time ever, these two will have a match, but it's not a match. So that means you can go, for the real first time ever.
Bring the bell.
There's a brick. Another brick sighting. Gotta watch out if he rings that bell, Festus might come.
wish your Festus was still in high school. I can't wait to see where.
Biscuits and Gravy hadn't yet made him a man. Gonna go through the Spanish announce table.
Not gonna lie, not a bad first match. You're just literally letting these two beat the shit out of each other. This is great.
Yeah, even though it's not a match, it's still fun because it's just these
They're
two
just beating the shit out of each other.
having fun.
And it's Shawn and The Undertaker.
Yeah.
That, I would say, hindsight, I'd take that out.
Just yeah, because it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that he would not know that he didn't do that, you know? Doesn't need to go for a pin. Of course, doing that's never been good for Shawn's back.
Oh.
Save me, save me. He's killing me. And now we got a match. See if you could get 20 out of this like Goldust did. Yep. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. I like this this gear from Michaels.
It's very similar to what he wore at Mind Games and what he wore against Diesel in the no DQ match. I know I'm naming just random matches, but if you know what I'm saying, then you could probably see like, yeah, those are similar.
Whatever like goes in the process of like I'm gonna pick this one, you know? Like this match seems like a red tights kind of night or something.
I think the bigger matches typically got the red tights. The bigger matches always had a strong presence of white in the tights.
That's true. Like you got WrestleMania 12,
WrestleMania 10,
white and silver and everything. You got the match with Taker, final match WrestleMania. That's like silver and white and everything. John always liked this spot a lot. I always did that spot too. I wonder how many matches Shawn Michaels gets crotched up on the ropes like that.
Well, he was a heel for a lot of his career, so probably quite a few. Knowing that I know it's going to end in a schmaz anyway, I would have just had them never start the match. As funny as the spot where he's like, no, they're killing me.
That was weird.
That's Shawn trying to show off. Look at that. I mean, really. Yeah, where is Rick Rude? Rick Rude was Shawn's bodyguard at this point.
Way before they started calling it going old school.
Oh, yeah, because it was just old.
Going school.
Baseball slide.
Then we get to dive, I guess.
I don't think so, because that's a babyface thing to do. Or not. Okay, that makes sense.
Ramming into the turnbuckle pole. Ring post, I mean. You got a very Jeff Foxworthy looking guy in the crowd on the right, next to the girl.
You know you're a redneck.
Yeah.
Oh,
Spit
damn.
on that guy?
He got right up and spit on the guy.
Fuck you, Jeff Foxworthy.
You know you're a redneck when you break character and a wrestler just spits on you.
Here's your sign.
Oh, whoa.
So Foxworthy's got the you might be a redneck. Engvall's got the here's your sign. Larry the Cable Guy did the get her done thing. What was the other dude's catchphrase?
I have no idea.
I never liked all those acts, so I never really followed
Blue
them.
collar
But
comedy.
yeah. Fourth guy's like, I'm the fourth guy. His name's like Ron something.
Get her done. I can do it too, see? Up here's the ass.
Yeah, you always gotta do the ass thing.
Women are like, please.
Yeah. Girls fainting in the crowd, you know? Not as bad as he will. One thing I don't miss is the red, white, and blue ring ropes.
I love those. You're on your own there. I love those.
I think it's better to just have like it's Raw, it's red, SmackDown, it's blue.
They're so playful though.
To me, it works so much better if you do the red, white, and blue for like if they don't do that for like the Great American Bash for some reason, then that'll be bad. They should do it for that.
Kick him in the balls. And that might have actually hurt Hebner.
I'm sure it didn't feel good.
Best elbow drop. Well, Savage has an art to it though, but Sean's are very crisp.
Yeah, I always like Sean's the best.
Savage really feels like he's driving a stake through your heart there.
But then you got Kyrie Sane.
Who takes it to another level.
Yeah. Yeah, you go. There's Rude.
Yeah, that's right. He was the insurance policy. Yeah. For brass knuckles. Yep. That's good.
I was just thinking if he wouldn't have caught it, it would have been kind of awkward.
Oh wow, he literally I got paid to do a job and I left.
Mission accomplished. Kicking Hebner.
That Hunter?
Just run through all the referees.
Talk about Austin and his development, Hunter's development from the blue blood to even just this. He looks like he's gained about 4 inches in height and a bunch of muscle mass.
Yeah, then he ends up like becoming twice as big.
Always a big fan of John.
Never understood why they went with the name China though.
Xena.
Your house.
Hopefully the I just had like a glitch where this just came in through my other speakers. I don't think it's gonna be a copyright issue. But yeah, like why China? You know?
Xena.
But just because it ends in an A?
I would say so.
I would
The
think if they
Great
were gonna go
Wall.
with something closer to
Well,
Xenia,
there's
they would have
also
gone with like
the
Xenia or something.
there's also the Great Wall of, and she is the wall for Hunter.
If it was 10 years ago, they would have been like, she's just, Betty or something.
Big Betty. I haven't seen a super kick yet.
That's true. Or chokeslam, right?
Nope.
And he's eliminated from the Royal Rumble.
Boy, they're just throwing. I gotta admit, if I was there though, I'd be popping for all of this. This seems like so much fun.
In your face! What the hell's that kid chanting that for?
Oh, did you hear that?
No, what was that?
I heard. I believe it was. Got a good grip on him, you slur that starts with a Q and ends with an R. And they're screaming at Triple H, "You're an F word."
Nah, not ready for Tombstone yet.
Here we go. Oh wow,
Chokeslam, probably.
To the balls. I literally heard him say, "Throw me in."
Yeah. Forgot about the brass knucks for a second. Could have hit it. Hunter with him. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Good near fall, Sean. It's not helpful. It has no.
They're just letting this shit just go all over the place. It makes sense for why Hell in a Cell was next. Oh shit.
Tim White's just like, I'm fucking here. I'm gonna.
Boy, we are all over the place here. It's sloppy, but it's good.
I always like when people got caught up in the ropes like that.
Get the chair.
There you go. China's got it covered.
Fuck it, let Shannon do it. So much. Boot.
I can see the bald spot you were talking about.
Right? Hey, it's Tony Garea. Hey, it's Gerald Briscoe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, then they go down.
I don't even know who he kicked. I'm guessing Patterson.
Why did he help him get Helmsley into that? That doesn't make any sense.
They're all over the place. I love this. It's the most slop brawl I've seen in a while.
No, we're just gonna get Brian Christopher in the ring and everybody.
Hey, Thrasher.
Billy Gunn.
Dude, it's the Sultan, but literally dressed as.
Yeah,
Hey.
that's weird to see the Sultan dressed like that. Well,
Oh look, they're not wearing their pink.
there's The Rock.
The Rock is just a jabroni in there.
Who's in the yellow pants?
Two Gold Scorpio. Flash.
Flash Funk, yeah. Always cool when he did that.
That was the first time he did it. It's a historic match.
Pretty damn good rivalry when you think that, for the most part, Shawn and Undertaker did not do anything together that wasn't worthwhile, you know?
They did this, then they did Hell in a Cell, then they did the casket match. Then they did the 2 matches at Mania.
They have the finale of the 2007 Royal Rumble.
That's right. They start the 08 Rumble.
Yeah, the Mania stuff. Like, yeah, they're pretty much just
Good.
like.
They're literally the epitome of good things are good.
Yeah. You have my 2 favorites, and you have them just do their shit, and it's like, all right, cool.
Okay, I saw D'Lo, I saw Hunter, I saw Shawn.
Godwinns, Faarooq. No, Scott Putski, I'm assuming.
No, I think he's in the hospital.
Medical facility. Can't say hospital,
No,
remember?
they said hospital.
This is back when they could still say wrestler, so. All right, that's it.
All right, and they just literally cut it off there.
It just flat out ends. Okay. Yeah.
That was good.
Eventually, we're gonna end up probably going through all these in our houses. This is what, like, the third or something.
We're
I think
totally going to, yeah, because this is our we enjoy this shit the most. And for context, for those who are wondering, it's 3:11 in the morning. I'm actually still fairly awake.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna write up like 2 articles after this.
I would have watched this by myself. It's kind of like Luca over on Fanboys Anonymous. I was gonna watch it anyway. I said, "Hey Tony, what are you doing?"
Yeah, record it, put it up there. You guys check it out if you're interested and watch along with us. Why not? So
you might be getting more of those, just because I will genuinely go, "Hey Tony, you got a minute? You want to watch the Final 4?" Like,
and more often than not, I'll be like, "Yeah, I'll try to figure out a way to make it work." Yeah, you know the score. Subscribe, like, share, follow, favorite.
If you've
comment.
been chilling with us for 3 hours, you're awesome. Lawler was on fire on commentary there. A different era. Said a lot of things he shouldn't say, but just a good time.
I think I did all my plugs, fanboys. Yeah, hot tags coming up tomorrow night or tonight or whenever I'm getting this up. I don't know.
Oh, I don't think you have any problems getting it up. You're a young girl, man.
Check me out at Tony Mango. Check Rob out at Dude Release.
Check me out. I'm over at Fightful. I'm over at WrestleZone. Just check me out everywhere. But follow everywhere at Dude Felice, because that's the bread and butter. I want to follow me. Sometimes I say things like, "Hey, Rusev praised his flexible wife and then bent another blonde in half," and people tend to like that.
Yeah, and I guess we'll just see you next time, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll talk to you when we talk to you. But for now, this has been another Smark Out moment, and we're being counted out.